Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we are going to be looking at Crossway's single column legacy. This is a recommissioned printing of the single column legacy. The old one used to be printed down in Lego, which is a bindery in Italy. This one, however, this recommissioning, both in the Trutone and in the heirloom editions, are printed and bound in China. But don't let that fool you. The quality for this, I was actually very surprised about the quality. So as always, Crossway does a great job on their Trutone covers. You know, if you weren't educated on what leather looks and feels like me, I grew up in Seattle, so I wasn't around leather a whole lot. You know, this could fool you pretty well. As you see there, we've got Crossway in their, or the ESV and their spine, Holy Bible ESV without the little circle. They've rebranded very subtly their new Bibles coming out, English Standard Version and Crossway with 4 little etched hubs. They're not actually raised hubs, but they are etched in there for a nice look. It's gold gilting, and I do have to say I'm not always a huge fan of Crossway's gilt jobs, mostly because they result in a waving pattern longside. However, you don't actually see that a whole lot. They did a really good job, at least on this edition of the Legacy. And so what makes this Bible so special, well, before we get there, little paper liner, cardstock, stuff like that. But what makes this Bible so special and so well loved by many is the layout. Here's the copyright page. You can pause the video and take a look at that if you'd like. But as we open on up to the Bible, you can see it has a very unique page layout. This isn't a wide margin Bible, formally speaking. This uses a Renaissance page proportion where you have the main part of the page kind of shoved up into the corner. You have some nice space in the gutter here to get the text out from the gutter so it doesn't bend in and get lost there. And then you've got a lot of space in the margins. And so what this does is this actually creates a really nice reading experience. That's what this Bible is all about, is creating as a undisturbed reading experience as you could possibly have without it being a reader's Bible specifically. As you can see, there's still chapter numbers, there's still verse numbers throughout. But one of the ways that they've actually really aided the reader in making this an undisturbed reading experience is they take the section headings and they actually move them out into the margin. I wish more Bibles did this, in part because, you know, those section headings, those are translator additions, later additions to the text that, if we're really honest, don't always represent what that passage is all about. Sometimes those headings don't actually summarize the chapter or the paragraphs that go in that section. Sometimes it's maybe a well-remembered phrase that they insert as the section heading that actually has very little to do with the meaning and substance of that paragraph or section. So I love that they moved them out into the corner here. I used to have this Bible in genuine leather back when they originally published this. And man, I can't tell you how often I just get lost in reading because there's nothing to break your attention other than the big, bold chapter numbers. You know, and even then, you know, the printing is really nice, really bold. I read through Habakkuk real quickly, you know, and man, you have to really pay attention to what you're reading if you're not super familiar with a book, just because you don't have these section headings helping you out along the way. As you can see with the poetry, just absolutely beautiful setting. You could use this as a wide margin. I've seen a number of people on Instagram using it that way. But one thing that's also really, really nice about this Bible that they kept consistent from the Lego edition to the China edition is the paper. The Lego edition had 36 GSM paper, and this feels just like that. It feels like a 36 GSM paper. The ghosting or the see-through is not there, relatively speaking. You know, it's Bible paper, so there's always going to be some, but just not to the degree that you might have in, say, you know, a thin line Bible. So, for example, here's my, you know, here's a thin line that uses something closer to a 30 or a 32 GSM as compared to the 36 GSM. So this is a fantastic Bible. It is black letter. As we flip to the Gospels, you'll see there, black letter, real beautiful. You have your concordance, some maps, and that's about it, folks. This is a pretty basic Bible, no frills, no references or anything, but this is a really great purchase. If you're looking for a pure reader's Bible, this is the Bible for you. So I hope you're doing well, and catch you on the flip side. If you like the content of this channel, I do a lot of Bible posts as well as some other things as well. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you can stay up to date on all the content of this channel. Have a good one. Bye.